Choosing creative and unusual pet names can be quite an adventure. There are a lot of different ways you can come up with a unique and original name for your beloved family pet. Some people get so excited about naming their pets that it's almost like they are naming their own children. If you're stumped as to how to come up with a really cool name for your pet, here are a few tips to help stimulate your creativity. There are a few things you should consider first before just dropping any old name on your pet. One of these considerations is that you will at some point have to call your pet's name out in public. If you gave your pet a novelty name that may cause you to blush, you may want to consider changing the name to something a little less risque. You also want to remember that once the name sticks, you can't change it anymore, so put some thought into naming your pet right the first time around. Be sure to keep the name short and sweet so that your pet can hear better and not confuse it with your commands. You have a lot of different options for choosing unusual pet names. Some people prefer to go the traditional route and use overused names like Max or Fido. Others prefer to use simple human names, which also are common and overused. If you want your pet to have a cool name that makes him or her stand out, then you'll have to find something a bit more creative than going the traditional route. However, if you're just looking for a name, feel free to go old school. Another popular method of finding unusual pet names is to use characters from movies, TV, and books. There are hundreds of movies out there, and there is no doubt you have a favorite fictional character in a few of those movies. It's always fresh and original to name your pet after a character that has impacted you in some way. You don't find too many people naming their pets Clark Kent or Crypto. It's always recommended that you take a few days to spend with your new pet, getting to know his or her personality some before choosing a name for it. This will allow you time to pick up on his character quirks and other bits and pieces of his personality. You may also be inspired by the actual physical looks of your pet as well. Other unusual pet names can be made up of song titles as well. You can always cut up the song title and take bits of it and apply it to your pet as his name. If that doesn't seem to be getting it right, then you can always use your favorite Disney character's name as well. Disney has made a lot of animated features that have plenty of names that would suit a wide variety of different types of pets. Don't be limited by just using Disney characters, as there are tons of different cartoon characters you could use as inspiration. Although you may want to stay away from Scooby-Doo, as that is a pretty typical name for a dog these days. These are just a few ideas to help you on your way to picking a really cool and unusual name for beloved furry friend. There are a number of different resources, including the internet, which has plenty of information that you can dig into to pick the right name for your pet.